Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I get you a love-hate story for India. On the one hand, you have American Vice President J.D. Vance and his parivar gushing about the love and hospitality of India. On the other, you have India's own gem, the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, berating India in America. While Vance, the American Vice President, draws and gives a desi twist to diplomacy, Rahul Gandhi doubts democracy in his own desh to target Prime Minister Modi. While Vance prayed at Akshardham, Rahul Gandhi chose America's controversial Brown University as his battleground. This is where he declared that India's election commission is compromised. He cited the Maharashtra elections to cast doubts over the sweeping victory of the BJP. Is it fair to blame election commission and BJP for Congress's dwindling poll fortunes? After all, watch what happened in Buxar in Bihar. Congress suspended its own district president in the state. Why? Because there was no crowd at Mallikarjun Kharge's meeting just yesterday. Imagine the embarrassment for the party. The cadres couldn't get enough janta to interact with the president of the Congress party. Is this also Election Commission and BJP's fault? The Saffron Party alleges that Sonia and Rahul Gandhi, who have been named accused number 1 and 2 by the ED in the National Herald case, are trying to deflect attention with this rant in the United States. Remember, instead of Gandhi's joining in the probe today, they deployed 57 generals across 27 states to target the Enforcement Directorate. While the Congress targeted the ED in India, Rahul Gandhi unleashed a tirade against EC in America. This led the BJP to say, ED ka gussa EC pe nikla. But first, listen in to Rahul Gandhi.
In simple terms, more people voted in the Maharashtra Assembly elections than there are adults in Maharashtra. This is a fact. The Election Commission gave us a figure, a voting figure for 5:30 in the evening. And between 5:30 in the evening and 7:30 in the evening, when the polls were supposed to have closed, 65 lakh voters voted. Now, that is physically impossible to happen. Videography, if we ask. They not only refused to give us the videography, they changed the law so that now you're not allowed to ask for the videography. So it's very clear to us that the Election Commission is compromised. It's very clear that there is something very wrong with the system.
Now let's give you a context for Rahul Gandhi's tirade. He undermined the democratic process of India at the Brown University. This is the same university whose $510 million funding is set to be snapped off by President Trump. This is for alleged anti-Semitism on the campus. But this is where Rahul Gandhi chooses to question India's electoral process. In fact, let's get you the fierce war of words between the BJP and the Congress.
देखिए, राहुल गांधी जॉर्ज सोरोस के एजेंट हैं और जॉर्ज सोरोस ही बताता है इनको कि क्या करना है, कैसे कपड़े पहनने हैं, कैसी एक्टिंग करनी है। राहुल गांधी ट्रेटर हैं। एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट के गुस्से को आप इलेक्शन कमीशन पर निकाल रहे हो, इससे कुछ नहीं होगा।
सबकी अपनी एक विरासत हो, हर परिवार की, हर व्यक्ति की, हर संगठन की एक विरासत। राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ और भारतीय जनता पार्टी, इनकी विरासत मुखबिरी की है, छल कपट की है।
दुनिया भर में कितनी भी बदनामी करके वो चुनाव नहीं जीत सकते, इससे उनका ही कद छोटा होता जाएगा।
देखिए, तथ्यात्मक बात कर रहे हैं राहुल जी। राहुल जी की बात का जवाब देना चाहिए, कीचड़ उछालने से बेहतर है। चुनाव प्रणाली के अंदर पूरी तरह से पारदर्शिता होनी चाहिए।
But does Rahul Gandhi's attack on the Election Commission stand the test of facts? Remember, the Congress blamed the EC when it loses, but hails democracy when it wins. Sample this. Before 2023 Karnataka polls, Rahul Gandhi said, I don't believe EVM is 100% secure. After the Congress won, he said, a victory is a victory of people's strength. After Congress lost 2024 Lok Sabha elections, Rahul Gandhi said EVMs are a black box. nobody can scrutinize. But after Congress won Himachal Pradesh elections, he said, we won due to our cadres' hard work. After Congress lost 2024 Lok Sabha polls, Pawan Khera said EC didn't listen to our demands for VVPATs. But when the Congress won Telangana, Kharge thanked people for giving Congress the mandate. And today from foreign shores, Rahul Gandhi called the Election Commission compromised because the BJP won in Maharashtra. But remember, simultaneous polls were also held in Jharkhand, where the Congress and JMM won. However, Rahul Gandhi called Jharkhand win a victory of the constitution. Then, why question India's democracy abroad? Is the BJP right in saying ED ka gussa EC pe nikla over National Herald? Ladies and gentlemen, the Motorola legitimate question that we're asking on the Newshour tonight is just this. Rahul heralding national shame abroad? Get the puns. That's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Nalin Kohli, senior advocate and national spokesperson of the BJP, Smita Prakash, editor I.N.D.I.A, Deepak Reddy, national spokesperson of the TDP. Also joining the debate, Vivek Srivastava, political analyst, Mohammad Tariq Khan, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. But my first question goes to Sanjay Jha, author, Congress leader. And Sanjay Jha, Maharashtra elections were a few months ago. And Rahul Gandhi has had this tirade against the Election Commission, even in India, a tirade against which the Election Commission has given its point-by-point response to the questions raised by the opposition. I want to ask you, by raising this issue in US, is Mr. Rahul Gandhi expecting American president to step in to resolve this situation? By raising these issues in the United States, when the vice president of US is visiting India, accompanied by his children, who are literally breathing India, the Indian ethos over here, saying this is a great country, wearing even Indian attire, going to temples. I want to ask you, what is the point Rahul Gandhi is trying to make, and why is it always on foreign shores that he goes to lament? Unmute yourself, otherwise you will say that you've been muted by the dispensation.
Navika, good evening to you and to my fellow panelists. Everything that Rahul Gandhi has said is 100% right. And most importantly, it is not new. It has been said in Indian papers, not just by the Congress party, but by all opposition parties. And what intrigues me is that only the Bharatiya Janata Party, and I want your viewers to kindly note this, only the BJP believes that the election system in India is foolproof, transparent, and the Election Commission, whose constitution itself is so controversial that it will take a child to know that this has been bulldozed into submission to the government. They removed the Chief Justice of India and put a cabinet minister. I mean, it is really a farce. Now, here is the point I wish to make. I feel the BJP in its political hubris has perhaps shot itself on its own 2 feet. And I'll tell you why. We are talking about Election Commission. I can add a list of all the institutions which are today as good as dead. ED, look at the Supreme Court's observations, income tax, CBI, kindly include everybody, including the Election Commission. We are talking about the Election Commission on a day when the Bharatiya Janata Party leader has said that the Chief Justice of India of the Supreme Court is responsible for civil wars in our country, and where he blames the Supreme Court for creating an environment for religious wars. This is the Bharatiya Janata Party naked and exposed before the people of this country. The reality of the BJP is for everyone to see, Navika. Give me 1 more minute, I'll wrap up and I'll listen to my friend Nalin here. The BJP has destroyed institutions, and because the Supreme Court the last remaining bastion of hope for the people of the country, has now questioned them on the Waqf Amendment Bill, told them that you can't treat bills of state governments like Tamil Nadu and keep it in cold storage for years together. They have now completely lost their mind. And to attack the Chief Justice of India, to attack the Supreme Court with the kind of language they have used is absolutely not just unprecedented, it's a disgrace to our democracy, it's reprehensible and repugnant. And Mr. Modi and his minions in the BJP have the audacity to call India a mother of democracy. I mean, this is the murder of democracy, not the mother of democracy. So I want to leave it here.
Sanjay Jha, you're being rather dramatic. Let me just, number one, point out that it's not the first time that the Supreme Court has been called names. There are precedents where the Congress party has called the court's names. Today, suddenly you've come up, in support of the Supreme Court. Extremely touching, yes, but you've done it in the past. So suddenly to say that Mr. Modi and his minions, repugnant as that expression is. Let me also tell you, why did you sack the district president of Buxar? Because there were no crowds. And if there are no crowds today, is the Election Commission responsible for it? And if there are no crowds and no votes coming in for Rahul Gandhi in the seats that the Congress party lost, is it the Election Commission's fault? These are some of the questions you need to answer on your own, number one. Number two, the BJP president has said, just like Mr. Rahul Gandhi often distances himself from the statements made by Sam Pitroda, his mentor, the man who's by his side even at the Brown University. JP Nadda has also said that he doesn't agree with Nishikant Dube's statements. How come that is not taken
Navika.
in your stride? Nalin Kohli, does the Congress party, does the opposition only choose to believe in facts that suit them and discredit the rest?
I think the Congress party believes in how we should project the Nehru-Gandhi family, and that is the equivalent of their political god. That's the only truth according to them. There is no truth except the Nehru-Gandhi family. And what the Nehru-Gandhi family says is the gospel truth. So let's take what my friend Sanjay Jha has said. Every word of Mr. Rahul Gandhi has said is right. So on one side, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru said, we drove away the foreigners and got India independence. And the right Mr. Rahul Gandhi says, what is Europe and America doing about the democracy and being a threat in India, seeking foreign intervention? So Mr. Rahul Gandhi is fond of foreign travel. It is perhaps one of those reasons that his mentor, Mr. Pitroda and others, organize these events for him, and then he goes and speaks about it. And when he speaks, actually, he's quite a media delight, because he always comes out on something non-fact based, which stares at his face in terms of the hypocrisy or the duplicity. So Mr. Jha says, except the BJP, nobody is happy with the Election Commission. Does he speak for the Aam Aadmi Party government in Punjab and their chief minister? Does he speak for Ms. Mamata Banerjee and the Trinamool government in West Bengal? Does he speak for the Congress government and Mr. Revanth Reddy in Telangana? Mr. Siddaramaiah, his party chief minister in Karnataka, does he speak for Mr. Stalin, the chief minister of Tamil Nadu?
I do.
On what basis is that statement? This is a statement which is dramatic. This is a statement that only basically self-serving. This is a statement in defense of a leader who's known to come up with these kind of statements that cause embarrassment. And the true question is that people of India don't have faith in this leader. But if the Congress party wants to have faith in him, that's their right. Who are we, as the BJP, to say who should be their president, who should be their leader, and why should we be concerned about his efficacy as a leader or not? What is pertinent is that Mr. Rahul Gandhi goes abroad. He meets the chief of Cambridge Analytica, who interfered in elections. Mind you, reported by the media. He goes abroad and says, what is Europe and America doing about democracy in India? Seeking their intervention. And he's actually building on that when he says on this visit that democracy is in danger because of the Election Commission. Basically, the danger to Indian democracy is when people sitting in the Congress party would replace the right of the voters, as they did in emergency, replace the right of the voters, not have faith in them exercising their right in pressing the button where it matters, and when it matters, they also elect the Congress government. And democracy would be in danger when it only has to go to the first family. That is democracy in danger.
Navika, a quick rejoinder.
Okay.
First and foremost, Navika, let me tell you that despite winning Telangana, Himachal Pradesh, and Karnataka, the Congress party insisted on the fact that India needs electoral reforms, and you need to actually run both a ballot paper and an EVM to ensure that there is no doubt on the integrity.
But you respect the Supreme Court.
That's a fact.
The Supreme Court, you've gone on this issue to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has thrown your prayers out. Now I want to ask you, if you are pointing fingers at Mr. Nishikant Dubey, aren't you insulting the Supreme Court by raising these questions again and again and again, not only in India, but even in a foreign country, when the Supreme Court has settled the matter?
Supreme Court, firstly, has not settled the matter. I think we'll have to wait and see what the AG has to say to that. But more importantly, Navika, you are in the media world, right? I mean, today's world, I mean, Trump's one tweet is talked about all over the world at one time. Everything that we are having a conversation on Times Now today is known to all the foreign journalists, to all the political junkies all over the world. Rahul Gandhi is saying nothing new. We live in a world of instantaneous social media.
Oh,
so to say that you
super.
spoke in India...
At least your admission that Rahul Gandhi is saying nothing new comes in extremely, happy as an admission coming from you, Smita Prakash. If he's saying nothing new, then why does he have to make this statement in the Brown University? यहाँ चले जाते किसी Indian University में बोल देते. At least, people of India can come on the streets and fight if they actually begin to believe in what Rahul Gandhi is saying. At least we can find redressal mechanisms within our own country. Speaking to Brown University, how does it help Rahul Gandhi? I don't know. But I also want to raise the question. He's talking about the Maharashtra elections. How many people who was runner-up and second runner-up in Maharashtra actually went to courts to challenge the result that was declared by the Election Commission? 1 big 0. Isn't that a telling statistic?
Yeah. So that's just it. The Election Commission, Navika, has repeatedly given data. Only 89 appeals were made in the whole country with the district election office since 2024, and only one with the chief electoral office. Only one complaint. 9.7 crore voters are registered in this country, and not a single appeal was filed for Haryana and Delhi. They went to polls. You remember how Mr. Kejriwal went again and again, full camera view, everybody, they're going, and all the camera crews are covering. He's going and meeting the Election Commission, coming back. Not a single appeal. Agar electoral list par there was a problem, they should have gone and made appeals, right? Not a single appeal on Haryana and Delhi. In the case of Maharashtra that you're pointing out, the EC stated they did that in December, they did that in March, they are repeatedly putting out the statement, they're giving the facts and figures, they're giving the data. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to these guys. There's this Form 17C, which has the detailed voter turnout. It's being made available. It's on the website. It's there for everybody to see. Even in December, it was said that there were 6 assembly election constituencies which saw an increase of totally 50,000 electors between July and November. 50,000 people increased between July and November. That is the number that was increased, which is normal. People go on postings, yahan, wahan, jaate hain. That's what happens. But the assumption that 47 constituencies, which is what the charge is, that 47 constituencies were influenced by these 50,000 voters. How can that be? This is, and the whole preparation of the electoral roll, Navika, as you know, the EC has put it out. It's a meticulous exercise. There are 13 lakh agents of political parties. Every political party, including the Congress party, they go over the list. The data is verified. They go over the list again and again. And then when the before election process, 2 to 3 months, this whole process is done again and again. The list is put on the website. The electoral agents go over it. The political parties go over it. If they have a complaint, they make an appeal. No appeal was made in Maharashtra. No appeal was made in the rest of the country. Total country. That is it. I mean, 13 lakh agents and no appeals were made. The correction is there. You make an appeal, correction will be made. But, you know, going and talking about it on the street, of course, it's their right. They can talk in Brown University, they can talk in St. Stephen's, they can talk in Sophia, they can talk wherever they want. That's their right. We have freedom, and they can talk in the Times Now debate also. You know, how magnanimous to say that, in spite of winning.
What are you saying? Smita, I'm boycotted anchor. I'm a boycotted anchor.
पेपर है तो फिर ईवीएम की क्या जरूरत है?
नहीं, they are very constitutional people, संवैधानिक people, but they boycott and ban. Anchors don't answer our questions, but they want their questions to be answered while they are asking these questions in America. How interesting is that, Tariq Khan?
The other day they were raising questions against you. Mr. Vadra asked those questions against you, Navika.
No, that was not a question. That was a suggestion. That was a suggestion saying that I should say nice things about them.
Yes, it was a farman. Then why don't you ask good things about us?
Yeah. Yes. Why don't I say good things?
Mr. Kohli, have you heard of the epic scam in West Bengal, where the election commission has been caught napping on how they have confessed that they have failed on the voted list? I would request all the viewers of Times Now to kindly Google epic in West Bengal.
I'll just speak on it. Let me speak.
Commission has been incompetent.
I'll speak on it.
And needs
I'll assist the viewers know the answer.
Well, that is an open confession.
Look at that.
That is an open
if you remove
confession.
Adjectives, the Congress party won't have a vocabulary.
Rahul Gandhi.
I mean, you always now. May I answer? May I answer? May I answer? Or is this supposed to be a one-sided thing, Mr. Jha, that I'm supposed to only listen to what you have to say? Okay, that's Article 19 for you, right? My right to speak. Thank you. So therefore, let's come on the epic issue. Two states, two cards, having the same number, different names, different photos, different everything else. Can it be misused? So therefore, they decided, okay, if this is a concern to you, we'll ensure that everybody has different numbers. You can't use the card. Sanjay Jha and Nalin Kohli are not the same people. 1 minute. Sanjay Jha and Nalin Kohli are not the same people, not having the same address, not living in the same state, but may have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 written on their cards. How would it lead to a fraudulent voting? Now come on, Sanjay.
Because Mr. Kohli, it's possible that a block of voters are moving from one state to another, voting illegally, and that is possibly the biggest threat to our democracy.
Oh, and they all went to Bengal to vote, a state where the BJP has lost all elections so far, has never made a dent. That is the state where they'll go block to vote. You know, Sanjay Jha, I love your flight of imagination, but use it at least for a state where the BJP has blocks, you know, where voting goes in their favor. But questions that are being raised by people of India, and our viewers are raising these. Divakar Mishra asking the question, will complaining about India and America make you the Prime Minister of America? Mahendra Harith from Haryana is asking this question. If Modi Shah are winning with the help of EC, how did the Congress party lose in 2014? Can you respond to this, Tariq Khan bhai?
Listen, according to Mr. Sambit Patra, what Rahul Gandhi said is anti-national. Okay, this is something what has been narration since morning we are seeing. Now, हमने क्या पाप किया था, हम हिंदुस्तान में पैदा हो गए. This is from Mr. Narendra Modi, 2015, South Korea. That brings proud to the nation. If PM is saying these things, and in whatever context he's saying, that brings proud to Indian nation, for you, for me, and everybody. If that is the point, I'll take it and I'll move forward. My point is this: after 2022 election,
misrepresentation.
No. That is the quote from Prime Minister. This is not what I have said.
Misrepresentation.
This is not a misrepresentation.
Sorry.
Lots of
misrepresentation. You're not putting it in context.
Okay. What is the context? What is the context, Smita?
You are not putting it in context. Please, I do the
context. में क्या मनमोहन सिंह का
quote किया जाता context that what he was saying is he was talking.
Hear her out.
सुनिए, नहीं आप गलत context डाल रहे हैं. You are falsifying a comment.
That was not the comment. You are saying that Prime Minister hasn't said these words. Okay, I'll take my words back. I'm taking my words back. I'm sorry. You are saying Prime Minister
Please
has
allow her
to speak.
She no, you can't make these comments.
You are asking about reference to the context. What was the reference to the context when whole nation says लड़के हैं गलती हो जाती है? Now I am asking about reference to the context. Please respond. आपने एक लाइन के साथ you have removed it from the whole India that लड़के हैं गलती हो जाती है. That was a 35-minute speech. What was the reference to the context? I am asking. What was the reference to the context?
All right. Take a deep breath. Have a glass of water. Smita, respond.
I have not commented to you about ladke hai. No, sorry, you cannot make a wrong reference right now. Navika, what had happened was that the Prime Minister was talking about expat Indians, about overseas Indians, those who went out in the 70s and 60s and things like that, when they lived in these developed countries, and they said that jab hum wapas aate the to our own country, we used to think that humne kya paap kiya. When they referred, or when you traveled abroad, you said हमने क्या पाप किया है कि हम ऐसे कंट्री में बॉर्न हुए जहां डेवलपमेंट नहीं है, जहां बड़ी सड़कें नहीं है, जहां ये नहीं है. That was the context, that the feeling that one got when you traveled abroad and saw development, but in your own country it was not there. तुम एक सेंटेंस का आप एक सेंटेंस को उठा के आप ऐसे कह सकते हैं. आई एम नॉट कंसर्न्ड अबाउट लड़के हैं. दैट इज नॉट व्हाट आई एम डिफेंडिंग और एक्यूजिंग. आई एम जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस वन स्टेटमेंट दैट यू आर टेकिंग आउट ऑफ कॉन्टेक्स्ट विद द प्राइम मिनिस्टर.
So Tariq
you can go ahead.
Exactly. She's put it in context. He was talking to the NRI.
Any era, you are saying in any era. People of India who have lived in India, they should be proud in any era. I'm talking about 3,000 years ago. Why you are saying that they should be ashamed?
In our country,
that there was
in
no
our country,
after 2014,
did you have televisions when the rest of the world had? Did you have flyovers when the rest of the world had? Did you have connectivity when the rest of the world had? And people used to talk about these things, and that is the reference to context that the Prime Minister made.
I'm accepting the point. Everything has been created by Prime Minister after 2014. There was no IT, there was no AIMS, there was no road, there was nothing in the India. I'm accepting all those things. I'm accepting. And I'm taking my words back. Prime Minister hasn't said anything. He said, we are proud of whatever has happened. Congress has done nothing. I'm taking all my words back. It's all right. This is what Prime Minister has said in South Korea, and nobody has questioned. And today it's also in that reference to the context. Simply. Now,
but
I'm
the
leaving
question
that point.
the viewer asked. You're not answering the question the viewer is asking. The viewer is saying, by saying this in America, will you become Prime Minister of America? Will you set right the institutions of India by speaking in America?
When something said by Prime Minister in Korea, does he tries to become the PM or something president of Korea? What was the reference to the context of that? Simply, I'm leaving that point. I'm leaving that point.
No, you're not leaving. You're going on repeating. Nalin Kohli, please respond.
No, honestly, it's impossible. Honestly, it's impossible to come up with a response with something as ridiculous as this. I must thank Smita ji for giving the entire context. Because the words used by the Honorable Prime Minister was, एक समय में लोग कहते थे, हमने क्या पाप किया? And it was in context of development. How is that related to the Election Commission comment of Rahul Gandhi ji? There's no context. So I think, whatever the speaker is trying to say, he's running away from what people in India are asking. And I must compliment the two viewers who have asked the most genuine questions. This is what the Congress party does not have answers to. What the Congress party instead has, it has misplaced priorities because they have understood they are not relevant in vast tracts of India. Where they are relevant, they don't thank the people. They raise questions on the voting pattern. So instead of acknowledging that some people in India still have faith in them, and when they won Himachal, when they won Telangana, when they win Karnataka, and saying, yes, we thank you for voting in the same EVM machine, they go out and say that it is all questionable. So, they have no faith even in the voters who vote for them. This is a problem of the Congress party.
When they win, they say it is a cadre, hard work. When they win, they say this is the mandate. We thank you for the mandate. But when they lose, the election commission is to be blamed. Yes,
Mr. Modi said people were ashamed to be an Indian. Can you believe that?
Can I just come in for one small comment?
He said that. It's on record. Please Google. I request all the viewers to do it.
Can I just come for one?
People were ashamed to be an Indian. Can you believe that? India's Prime Minister.
Despite your explanation of the context, Smita Prakash, even Sanjay Jha is doubting it.
Well, that's on record. It's there for the world to see.
He said
I'm not going to refute. I'm not going to bother with that. Navika, what I want to say is
why
that
don't you just put a Google out? And
you can shout me down, Mr. Jha. There's no point. I'm not interested in talking. Navika, you have the Samajwadi Party spokesperson out here. Akhilesh has travelled so many times. He heads the party. He has travelled abroad so many times. Not once has he been critical about India or its institutions outside when he travelled. Before that, Mulayam Singh Yadav, former defence minister of the country, always held pride in our institutions. Politically, you fight. There is no denying that. Politically, he fought, but at no point of time when he met with foreign delegations or when he travelled did he ever criticize India abroad or India to foreigners. Never once. Kept up that tradition, which his son Akhilesh Yadav continues to do. Politically, you fight it within your own country. Politically, everybody has the right to do it, but to shame your own country's institutions. Again, I'm saying not politicians. Go ahead and criticize Mr. Modi when you go to Brown University or Harvard or wherever you are invited. Go ahead and criticize and say that he's the last thing that should have happened in this country. That is a different matter altogether. But to demean the institutions of the country outside the country is something the Samajwadi Party has not done. So
absolutely, and to question the democratic credentials of the elections that are held in India is, to my mind, a sin, because you also, wherever you are ruling, you are also a product of the same democratic process. If you are running governments either in Jharkhand, in a coalition, in Himachal, in Telangana, in Karnataka, in Kerala, your alliance partner, it is because of the same democratic process. And Vivek Srivastava, I don't get it. So when Sambit Patra and the BJP charges you, ईडी का गुस्सा इसी पे निकल रहा है. Is it true? Because let me tell you the context here as well. February 2023, ED raids Chhattisgarh for the coal scam. ED summoned DK Shiv Kumar for questioning. In March of 2023, Rahul Gandhi went to UK and said huge chunk of democracy is in danger. In March 2023, again, the Surat court sentenced him for his Modi remark. And in June 2023, Rahul Gandhi said, war on democracy, on institutions under government control. Again, in April 2023, there were some ED actions and CBI petitions in Supreme Court. And in June 2023, in the US, Rahul Gandhi says, huge financial dominance and institutional capture by the BJP. Is there a relation between heat of institutions on Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party that makes him so nervous and frustrated?
Yes. First of all, a little bit of advice for my friend Tariq Khan. Tariq, you don't know, for the likes of Nalin Kohli, Smita Prakash, और आपको मीडिया पे ऐसे बहुत से लोग घूमते हुए मिल जाएंगे. सर, देश को इंडिपेंडेंस मिली है 2014 में. आप किससे डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं और क्या डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं?
मीडिया के लोग आपको घूमते हुए मिलेंगे. Between Smita and me, we have 70 years of experience in the media. आपके उतने दांत नहीं है जितना हमारा experience है.
अरे भाई, मुझे बोलने तो दीजिए ना. आपका सर्टिफिकेट नहीं चाहिए ना?
हमें भी आपका नहीं चाहिए. You know, just in case you thought that we in the media needed your certificate, my friend, we don't need it. We are here despite you.
नहीं, क्यों नहीं? Why are you taking it personal? I never took your name.
Because you said, when you say something about the media and you're sitting on my channel, I will take it personally, Vivek Srivastava. And I will not accept it lying down.
नहीं, दिस इज रॉन्ग. तो फिर आप बोलिए, ठीक है, अग्रीड. अब आपकी बात में मान बोला. अब आप सुनिए, रवीश कुमार, मिलिंद खांडेकर, सुनते जाइए. अब आप इनको निकालना गलत था, अभिषार शर्मा को निकालना.
If you are here to discuss the media, if you are here to discuss the media, my friend, find another media platform that only dissects media. I am here to discuss politics of the nation. Do you have a point to make? Do you have a point to make, Vivek Srivastava? I'm not discussing any. I'm not discussing any journalist on this platform.
Good.
Yes, come back to the topic.
Yes, even I did not want to, but since you started defending these people,
I'm defending nobody, sir.
Yes, there is a problem in this country. Mr. Rahul Gandhi is totally correct. ईडी यहाँ पे, और जो कहा संजय झा ने, यू आर लिविंग इन द वर्ल्ड ऑफ एन इंटरनेट. एवरीथिंग दैट यू स्पीक टुडे, at least Mr. Rahul Gandhi is not like the Honorable Prime Minister of India who goes to United States, takes a pat from Trump, comes back with the tariff war, जिससे इंडिया नीचे सिंक करता है, लोग हथकड़ी लगा करके यहाँ पे आते हैं. राहुल गांधी अपराइट है. राहुल गांधी इस देश की आन बान शान है. He is not like Honorable Prime Minister. You have not been able to save the dignity of this nation on any platform. And you go and sign deals as per what Donald Trump tells you to do. You are becoming nothing but a stooge of the Israelis and the Americans. आप पैलेस्टीन पे इजराइल की लाइन टो करते हैं.
आप चाइना के बन जाइए ना. It's a free world. You can become one of China, but Deepak Reddy.
Yes,
I want to ask you, Deepak Reddy. Saurabh Gupta is asking this question. In Lok Sabha polls, the Samajwadi Party got more seats than the BJP in UP. Does it mean Samajwadi Party had a setting with the Election Commission, QED?
Question to me.
Good evening, Navika. As this is a cricket season, I would like to tell the Congress people that I'm going to clean bowl them now, and the party is going to get out after my a few points which I would like to put forward. If you see Chandrababu Naidu ji in his 50 years political career, can you find once that he's talked bad about our country anywhere? No, that's how a politician should be when they go abroad. Now, I would like to raise three issues what Rahul Gandhi was speaking. First is EC is compromised. If EC is compromised, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka and the 97 other MPs should resign. That's when he truly means what he's talking. And he should dissolve the Karnataka, Telangana and Himachal assemblies. He's not doing it. That means that statement, what he says is not true from his heart. And the second thing, he says there were more voters than adults in Maharashtra. I've actually got the extract of the 288 MLA constituencies, Form C extract. I've gone booth-wise. 48% to 81% was the fluctuation between all the booths, and the average for the state was only 66%. So the number of people who were there on the voter list also did not vote. So where he came up from that figure, he should be in a position to answer. The next important thing is, Rahul Gandhi said in the last 2 hours, 65 lakh votes have taken place. I've done that math also. More than 1 lakh 200 polling booths were there. So there's only 65 votes per booth. You think it's impossible to do that? And another question, comparing Jharkhand and Maharashtra. In Jharkhand, the last 5 to 6 hours, between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m., if you see the report, 10% voting has taken place in Jharkhand, over 10%. But in Maharashtra, it's 8%. So less than 20% of the votes have been polled in Maharashtra. So they don't have a problem in Jharkhand, but they have a problem here. At that point also, they stand exposed. And another thing, in the counting center, the candidate who can raise any objections if he has, and that would be taken seriously. Why didn't they raise any objections? Because they have a privilege, they have a right there. And the last question, in Andhra Pradesh, the MLC elections just took place on the ballot. Why didn't they win? Why didn't they win? Now coming, one second. Let me, it's just the opening ball. Let me finish up.
Sir.
Why is Rahul Gandhi talking?
Speak exactly on what Rahul said.
Why is Rahul
talked about videography not being shown to them?
One second.
No. Rahul Gandhi clearly said videography nahi dikhaya.
These points.
He has given you the number. You will not listen to the facts. He has said that in the last 1 hour in Maharashtra, 8% of the votes came in Jharkhand 10%. So why Jharkhand में आपकी setting थी क्या इसी के साथ?
I want to see the videography.
So go and ask the court, go and ask the court, go and ask the election commission. Why are you asking Brown University, my friend? Go and ask the election commission or the courts. Yes, Deepak Reddy.
Any candidate raise any objection if they had a problem. They have a privilege. In the counting center, the candidates have a privilege. Why didn't a single candidate raise objections?
Deepak, tell me the reason
on behalf of the election commission actually
why the videography was not shown to us.
Let me, one second.
Sir, आप बता दीजिए ना.
1 second, let me finish up. I'll just take 15 seconds. I'll just take 15 seconds. Let me finish up.
You are not pointing out.
Okay, now the question here. The three major points what Rahul Gandhi spoke, and I've actually gone point by point, and he stands exposed. And being the cricket season, the Congress party is out. So hang on a minute. Now you don't get so jittery about it. Now coming straight to the point. Why is Rahul Gandhi talking like this? 1 second. Vivek, just be patient, man. Just give me 15 seconds. After that you talk. Just give me 15 seconds. Why is Rahul Gandhi talking like this? Navika, I would like to be a little sympathetic. And you know, let's look at it from Rahul Gandhi's point of view. In the meeting what he's gone to in the US, if people know that he was a leader of a party where he headed 90 defeats, and after multiple launches he failed, nobody would come to that meeting. And the anti-India forces would also not come or fund him if he doesn't talk against India. So the other point what I would like to make is, India ecosystem is falling apart and people have lost confidence on him in India. And Congress party cadre and leaders are losing hope on the future. And Rahul Gandhi is not able to do much of his favorite.
You can't demolish somebody so much after being friends with them in the past. But yes, some of those questions completely expose Mr. Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party. The question was even asked of people of India. In fact, we did a social media poll. Is Rahul Gandhi correct in criticizing election commission abroad? Yes, say 21% people. No, say 75%. Can't say 3%. So majority, 3/4 of the people answering this question clearly say it's not okay to go abroad and raise these questions. You have redressal mechanisms back home in India. You have the courts. You don't like the election commission, go to the courts. But to go and lament in a foreign university and expect redressal to come from there, is that really right, Mr. Gandhi? That's the question people are asking. But ladies and gentlemen, I just want to think this is a play of a pattern. Rahul Gandhi, very rightly, completely loses the sight of where he wants to condemn the institutions of India. When it comes to India, election after election, election after election, we've seen people haven't voted for them. After all, just yesterday, Mr. Kharge was in Buxar in Bihar, the state where the next elections are going to take place. There were no crowds. They had to sack their own district president because the crowds didn't turn up. Is it really surprising then that election time is when votes don't come to them? Will they blame election commission for a bad turnout of people in Buxar yesterday? And therefore, can they blame the voters? Can they blame the EVMs? Can they blame the election commission for losing elections? Because they win some, they lose some. A bad workman always quarrels with his tools. It's a lesson that was taught to us when we were children. Mr. Rahul Gandhi, wasn't that lesson taught to you? We leave it at that. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on debate number 1.